Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Young and the Restless channel. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and hit like for more daily drama updates and spoilers. Your support truly means a lot and helps our channel grow every day. Now, let's jump straight into today's exciting update. Thursday's episode of The Young and the Restless is set to bring a storm of emotion, danger, and family loyalty crashing through Genoa City. And at the center of it all is a long-awaited return that could change everything. Lauren Koslow makes her first appearance as a temporary Jill Abbott recast, stepping into the role just as the Abbott family finds itself pulled deeper into a crisis that is becoming more dangerous by the hour. At the Abbott mansion, Billy Abbott arrives with urgency written all over him, only to find Jack Abbott already consumed by one pressing thought: how to save Diane Jenkins Abbott before it's too late. Jack's mind is racing, turning over risky possibilities and desperate solutions, and one idea has clearly taken hold of him: luring Dr. Lawrence Markham away from his home in hopes of creating an opening. But even as Jack weighs the plan, Billy can see the danger for what it is, and the warning in his voice is impossible to ignore. If Dr. Markham starts to suspect that the Abbotts are circling in, the consequences could be catastrophic, especially with Patty Williams lurking in the shadows of this nightmare and making the entire situation even more volatile. Billy's concern isn't just about strategy. It's about the people he loves walking straight into a trap. He knows Jack's instincts are always to take charge, to shoulder the burden himself and protect the family at any cost. But this time, the stakes feel terrifyingly personal. Billy won't want Jack putting himself directly in harm's way, and he certainly won't want Diane's fragile chance at safety jeopardized by one wrong move. Yet the tension only deepens because Jack isn't the only Abbott willing to take a risk. Kyle Abbott has already been pushing hard for permission to break into Dr. Markham's house himself, convinced that bold action may be the only path left to Diane's freedom. That leaves the family standing at a crossroads, torn between caution and desperation, between strategy and impulse. And the question hanging over them is impossible to ignore. Will Kyle's plan actually move forward? Or will Jack refuse to stand back and insist on leading the rescue mission himself? However it unfolds, the danger is closing in, and it's becoming increasingly clear that one, or perhaps both, of the Abbott men may soon find themselves carrying out a high-stakes mission to bring Diane home. As this tense family crisis unfolds, Kyle won't stop fighting for his mother's freedom, and his determination will lead him into an important conversation with Tracy Abbott. In a world where panic and fear can so easily drown out reason, Tracy may become the steady voice Kyle desperately needs, offering guidance when emotions are running hot and every decision feels like it could tip the balance between hope and disaster. Kyle has been carrying the weight of Diane's fate with fierce intensity, and that burden isn't getting any lighter. If anything, it's only sharpening his resolve, pushing him to keep moving, keep planning, and keep searching for any path that leads to Diane's release. Tracy's advice could give him the clarity he needs, or perhaps the courage to face what comes next. But either way, Kyle's fight is far from over. He will continue working relentlessly on Diane's path to freedom, refusing to let fear, uncertainty, or danger force him to back down. Meanwhile, across Genoa City, another family is being rocked by fear. This time, not by captivity or conspiracies, but by the terrifying possibility of irreversible loss. Victor Newman is about to step up for Nikki Newman in a way only Victor can after learning from Claire Newman that Nikki could go blind. The revelation hits with devastating force, transforming concern into urgency in an instant. Nikki is dealing with a mass pressing on her optic nerve, and the gravity of that diagnosis is enough to shake even the strongest hearts. For Victor, there will be no room for hesitation and no tolerance for helplessness. He will want answers, specialists, options, anything that might protect Nikki from losing her sight. And it's easy to imagine him immediately pulling every string within reach, calling on the best surgeons and specialists he can find. This is Victor Newman in crisis mode, and when it comes to Nikki, there is nothing he won't do if there's even the smallest chance of saving her. But beneath Victor's determination to fix the problem is a deeper truth, one far more intimate than medical expertise or power. What Nikki may need most in this moment is not just the right doctor or the perfect procedure, but Victor's unwavering love and support, something she may not be ready to accept, even if she needs it more than ever. As Nikki suffers through yet another episode of blurred vision and another pounding headache, the reality of what's happening to her becomes impossible to brush aside. The fear isn't abstract anymore. It's immediate, physical, and frighteningly real. If Victor receives news that Victoria Newman has rushed Nikki to the hospital, that will only intensify his desperation to get to her side as quickly as possible. He'll want to be there, to stand beside her, to offer strength when her world is beginning to blur both literally and emotionally. And yet Nikki, proud and shaken and perhaps not ready to let herself lean on anyone, may not be very receptive to Victor's comfort at first, creating a heartbreaking emotional distance at the exact moment she may need him most. Back in Billy's world, the family drama takes another turn as he shares scenes with his mother, just as Jill makes her return to The Young and the Restless. Lauren Koslow steps into the role of Jill Abbott for a 5-episode arc beginning with Thursday's show, and her arrival couldn't come at a more explosive time. With the Abbott family already stretched thin by fear, conflict, and impossible decisions, Jill's presence is sure to add another emotional layer to an already combustible situation. Whether Billy finds comfort in seeing his mother again, or another source of pressure in the middle of so much chaos, remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, Jill's return won't go unnoticed. Her reappearance lands at a moment when the Abbott family is balancing on the edge of crisis, and that alone makes every conversation, every warning, and every choice feel even more significant. In a city where family ties are both a lifeline and a battlefield, Jill stepping back into the picture promises ripple effects that may spread far beyond Billy alone. And Jill won't be the only one paying attention to the fallout from her return. The Young and the Restless spoilers tease that Kane Ashby will learn about Jill's arrival and will be interacting with her soon as well, setting the stage for even more layered drama as old connections begin to resurface. That means Thursday's episode won't simply be about one crisis or one family. It will be about multiple emotional storms building at once, each threatening to collide with the others in ways no one can fully predict. On one side, the Abbott men are inching closer to a dangerous rescue mission that could either save Diane or push them straight into the line of fire. On the other, Victor is preparing to fight with everything he has to keep Nikki from slipping into darkness, even if she isn't ready to let him hold her up. And threading through all of it is Jill's return, a familiar face stepping back into Genoa City just as the tension reaches a boiling point. With danger, heartbreak, devotion, and family loyalty all rising at once, Thursday's episode promises the kind of emotionally loaded drama that leaves Genoa City and everyone in it on the brink of something unforgettable.